I'm very excited to present to you Srimati Lalita Didi, who actually was brought into Krishna consciousness by her husband, Budara, and from what I can see, made extraordinary acceleration very quickly. And really, from my observation, although she doesn't give a lot of Harikatha normally, so we're very honored to have her today, through her seva, she really imbibes the mood of bhakti through her constant seva, and her seva imbued with love and affection. So we're going to hear the words directly as seva, and I'm fascinated to hear what you're going to say, because I don't think I've ever heard your Harikatha. So I'm on the edge of my seat, Lalita.
Just in case you weren't feeling any pressure.
I never speak. It's all too scary, but I will.
No, I really wanted to honor that. Actually, I really wanted to honor that. It's very beautiful that you've you've agreed to speak. I really appreciate it.
Namo
Jai Mahaprabhu. Wow.
Jai.
Namo Om Vaishnav Padaya Radhikai Priyatmane Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayana Nichinomine. Well, please forgive me for any mistakes that I make or anything. This is not something I'm used to doing at all. I came very late to Krishna consciousness. I was in my early 40s, and I'd been searching for many years, doing all sorts of things, whether it was transcendental meditation or different religions or paths, and nothing ever filled my soul. It was always empty, and I just continued the search. I had everything materially anybody could ever want in their life: big houses, money, a supportive family, but that also never filled my soul. It was always empty, and I was never content or happy. So I continued on the search, and eventually left everything materially, and was lucky enough to meet Srila Gurudev. I went to Hawaii, and on this journey to meet Srila Gurudev, and of course going to a big festival, which was incredible. And at that time I felt, wow, I've really come home. This is amazing. But Gurudev didn't come to the festival. At that time he wasn't well, and he was on another island in Hawaii. So I just embraced everything and felt just the love and the compassion from all the devotees. And then eventually, to my good luck, I did get to go to the other island and meet Srila Gurudev. And he, I think, stared at me for a very long time thinking, who's this? Budara's bringing someone to Krishna consciousness. And he really, really dug deeply into my soul. But at that time, I just knew that I just wanted to give my heart to this person. This the love and the feeling of connection you have when you meet someone like Srila Gurudev. Your heart melts, and you just want to give him everything. You really just want to give your whole life. There is nothing but Srila Gurudev. And at that time I was in sort of a massive crisis and change in my life, having left everything, including at that time 4 children, which of course I went back to with the guidance of Budara. Of course I wouldn't ever want to leave my children, but my heart was really, and soul was really yearning for something really deep. And I went to India for the first time. And I remember turning up at Govardhan and walking up the steps, and no one was around. Everybody was on parikram. And I was just it was just such a big thing for me to do, and none of my family wanted me to go to India at that time. And I just walked up the steps, and I was just, streams of tears were just coming, and I was just, it was such a crisis. And Gurudev came out on his own to the front of the temple, and no one was around. And he just came up to me, and he just stood there, and he just put his hand on my head, and he just held it there, and he just said, everything will be all right. You'll never need to worry about everything. Everything will be all right. And that time I was just transported to Gurudev's world, which, you know, no one can describe that world. It's just something that you imbibe in your soul and your heart, and you never forget it. It never goes away from you. So I always have this yearning and this goal to try my best always to please Srila Gurudev. And at that time there was many disciples, and Gurudev's mission was huge. But I was really fortunate to have about 5 times of really personal connection with Srila Gurudev. And I learned that you really connect in your heart, and your relationship is really deep within your heart with Gurudev. And so when Gurudev left our physical eyes, I just had really deeply connected with that connection with Gurudev. So I tried always to connect him with deeply in my heart and pray to him. And Gurudev always answers your prayers. I feel if you're really praying sincerely, Gurudev's there. That is Gurudev's special gift. He's always there for us. Even if we go off the path, he's still there for us. And that's just been something that I've really held on to, that, you know, if that deep relationship that Gurudev is by your side, he's just by your side always. And I wanted to also speak to some of the people who haven't ever met Srila Gurudev. And recently, Budara and I have had quite a few devotees lament and really want to meet someone like Srila Gurudev, and they hear these amazing things that everybody's glorifying, and people who have had the association of a pure devotee. And my heart has really gone out to these devotees and these people who are coming to Krishna consciousness, who haven't yet met their Gurudev. And I just want to really inspire them to keep the flame alive, keep praying sincerely, because Gurudev, Krishna will arrange for you to have someone like Srila Gurudev in your life if you're sincerely praying. I really believe Krishna wants that. And I feel that by associating with Srila Gurudev's books and all his senior disciples, you can keep that flame alive, and that heart yearning to meet someone like Srila Gurudev. And I feel so fortunate to have all the devotees and all the senior disciples of Srila Gurudev, which have actually so helped me on my path of Krishna consciousness. I can't, you know, I'm totally indebted to them all. And I've been fortunate to have very close association with them, which I don't know where that fortune comes from, but I've just been so lucky to be able to associate with them. And consequently, that has just given me the will to carry on this journey deeply, and to be able to serve them as much as possible, just to be ever in their service. And yes, so I just, of course, am indebted to Budara for bringing me to Srila Gurudev. I feel that we're always feel indebted to that person who brings us to someone like Srila Gurudev. You never forget that person who takes you to someone so incredibly special. So yes, I just want to really pray and hope that anybody who is yearning for someone like Srila Gurudev, that they will, you know, get that chance. So yeah, not long, sorry, but please forgive me for anything, and thank you for letting me do a small glorification. Jai Srila Gurudev.
That was magical and beautiful, Lalita. Thank you so much. The words I circled here were when you said, I was transported to Gurudev's world. And when you said you were transported to Gurudev's world, you transported us to Gurudev's world with you in that moment. I could see that from particularly some of the ladies' reactions. They show their emotions more than we do. So beautiful. And all of that's the amazing thing about Gurudev and the whole Rasik nature of Gurudev, the whole subjective reality is that we're all subjectively in this beautiful relationship with our guru, in some cases even different gurus, and yet we can find the commonality of beauty between all of our shared experiences, and yet all of our experiences are so dramatically different and yet the same simultaneously. It's actually beyond comprehension. It's only in the heart. And you really shared your heart there, and I loved every minute of that. I want you back. Thank you so much.